everyone. Welcome to my space, my channel. Watch Natalie, spelled Natalee. I'm here to do your free daily psychic tarot reading, and I am very excited because the downloads are really interesting. I'm especially excited to do this reading today. I'll just go into it. So I picked up a few different energies. So what this is going to be a little tricky because I am going to do the popper method. There's different situations. So I normally get super detailed and super into one situation. For this, they're giving me different situations. And while sometimes I might list different downloads and maybe only a couple will come up in the reading and we expand on that, they're telling me that this is a reading where all these situations are going to be touched on, and I'm going to be tasked, or I'm going to be guided rather, with putting the correct energies where they belong. So it might be a little bit not difficult to follow, but I'm just giving you that heads up because that's what they're telling me about this. So I pass it on to you because that's what I do. Okay, so the first situation. There's a situation in your life, if you're resonating with this, or someone else you're connected to, where other people are looking at you. And I always talk about you guys, like you guys are the heroes because you have to be the hero in your own story. Even when you make mistakes and purge, alchemize, turn it into wisdom and lessons, you're still the hero. Even though we stumble and we make little boo-boos, we still get up and keep going. So we're still always the heroes in our own stories. This is a situation where you have people around you. No, it's not people. That's what it is. It's like a clique. It's a group. It could even just be one person. It could even be just one person, but there's an energy around you that it's like they're looking at you and your life and they're just wondering, how did they do that? There's something you're doing in your life. And here's the thing. I don't even feel like this is, I am accomplishing so many things. Sure, of course, it could be that. That's very simple and easy visually to look at someone, especially like on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, and say, oh my God, their life is so shiny. This is deeper than that. They notice, I don't want to say a glow. It's not a glow. It's a vibe. They feel your vibe actually sort of changing. They feel your vibe raising. They feel and see it reflected in you. You could also be drinking more water and just taking all around better care of yourself. So it's not even like it's not that you are accomplishing so much because you're a workaholic and you're really ragged and everything. No, it's like you are running your life in a way that is getting someone's attention, and it's not positive. It's negative attention. They're jealous. They are, and here's the weird thing is what it feels like. It feels like they actually, I don't understand this very well. This is people though. It's like they're trying to copy you or they're trying to be like you, but they hate you. Sorry, that just really came out. I didn't even mean to say that, but that's the truth, I guess. Wow. Oof. Some cognitive dissonance with some of you it's like you can't believe that about this person. This could be like your mom, your brother, your sister, your dad, your daughter, your son. I know I say that super dramatically, but it's the truth. It's like, for some of you, where you're resonating with this energy, there's cognitive dissonance on your part where you just don't want to think that about them. That you don't want, it's because it's alienating, and so you want to enjoy things fully with this person. And so I don't even know if you're really acknowledging this to yourself. I feel like this is sort of me bringing it to the forefront of your attention to say, yeah, okay, all right, fine, yeah. I can't ignore this. I can't ignore it. That's scenario number one, okay? That's one energy going on for a group of you, which we'll get into with this. The other one is, how do I explain it? Give me a second here. It's heartbreaking, but there's something else. Thank you. They're showing it's something heartbreaking that you feel about this. And the reason why it's heartbreaking, you And again, I'm addressing it as you. It could be someone that you're connecting to, that you're channeling, that I'm getting through you. But someone, so let's just say that it's you, it's heartbreaking for you because it's like you are seeing, okay, here's what it is. You are feeling the things come up for you, potentially triggers. And I mean triggers like jealousy, fear, resentment, guilt, shame, anger, retribution, revenge, those kinds of things. Like those things that we're not wanting to talk about or be and acknowledge like in ourselves. And it's like you're catching yourself in this. They're showing me a lot of steam, like fuming. Ooh, someone says that. Someone says that, you or someone else, I'm fuming. Sorry, there's like this little itty bitty little, okay. I'm so sorry. That you are just sort of fuming. That's right. Someone says that. Someone says, I am fuming. I was furious. There's something about that. Or you could be a sign. Okay, Scorpios for sure. For sure. So scorpionic. But it could just like, it's almost like if you're sitting there, I could almost probably see the steam coming off of you. Because, but you catch yourself in that moment. And you kind of go, oh my God, I'm taking an active role. I am actively making this worse for myself. This is like someone stealing your mail, stealing your packages in the building, and you're like, oh, or this is someone doing something to purposefully not hurt you in a whole, but it's petty. It's extremely petty. And it's like but here's the thing that is heartbreaking about it is that you catch yourself in a moment where you're thinking about it and you are, you're stewing on it, you're fuming about it. And you get to a point where you tell yourself, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel angry. I don't want to feel shameful. I don't want to feel like a victim. I don't want to feel like this anymore. And it's like you catch yourself and it's heartbreaking because it's interesting. For some of you, they could be related, but for others of you, it's not related, and they're two very, got our first card, and they're two very separate situations. I'll be right back, hold on. Stand by, okay. I picked it up in the reverse. It's Justice card. I'm leaving it in the reverse. This is kind of like the overall energy of this like day, right? So this is, yeah, for some of you it's related, for some of you it's not. But I'm getting this alienation, this sort of, oh, I don't want to feel this way, and you deciding to not engage, not only not engage, I feel like you're already not engaging. It's more about not putting your energy and focus and attention onto the things that this person or these people are doing to make your life miserable. God. Be right back. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. So we have 3 cards. We have the 4 of Swords, the 10 of Staves, and the 3 of Cups. Thank you. Okay, my guides heard me make that little noise, that, and it's like it's so funny. They're like right here. They kind of came in and just like very sweetly explained this to me. So the reason why they went on the floor, both of these went on the floor, is to remind me that this is the other person. The other person's energy, the other people's energy, your other person, the clique, the group, whatever this is for you, this is their energy. And both of these scenarios. Wait a minute. No. This is for both of these scenarios. This is for just one. There's another energy. Give me a second. Hold on. There was a third. Mother of Pearl, I hope it comes back. I really hope it comes back. It was a really good one. It was a lovely energy. Okay, so overall injustice, overall uneven, unbalanced scales. So this is true for both scenarios in terms of, there's that one scenario where there's, actually in both scenarios, someone's trying to kind of take you down a little bit. However, the more, it feels more like enemy, and it's the other side. This person who wants to, it's weird. It's like you are embodying everything they want to also embody. It's really weird. This is like, it's weird to me because it's like if you are a very well-known, maybe Instagram famous BMX biker, and you do all these flips in the air and you snowboard and you do all these freaking things and all these moves and you have endorsements, and it's like you just hang with your friends all the time and you do what you love, and it looks easy, and you're, it's like the other person can't ride a bike and they always wanted to be you. Be that person, be someone who flips in the air off of little ramps and stuff, but they were always so scared to try that they don't even know how to ride a bike, because and they just like never got over it. And that little thing, it's not your problem, but it's their parents who didn't help them get over that and learn to ride a bike. But it's like that little thing that could have just been tweaked in childhood grew into this huge manifestation where now they're looking at someone like you who's like, I'm gonna do all these flips and I'm gonna do all these little things, I'm gonna, and just sharing your little scrapbooked life on your Instagram account. They're looking at you like, oh, you're bragging, or you are, but more than that, they don't know how you did it. They don't know how you're doing it. And that's what they don't like about all of this. It's like maybe you guys even came from the same town, the same neighborhood, the same circumstances or background, or even just started with the same lack of opportunities or the same opportunity. It's like you guys started at the same, and then they're like, well, how did they get to do all that? Okay. There's that person. And what this energy is over here, I feel like is a little bit more of the latter energy, where you yourself are, the other energy is more something coming at you and you're like, what the heck? But the other energy is you sort of catching yourself with something smaller. And like I said, I'm not even sure about the cognitive dissonance part, about if you even know if that other person or that group or that clique, I don't even know if they're on your radar. I kind of feel like they're not, because you're so focused on I'm just going to go with that example, that BMX life or whatever. Okay, this is you sort of becoming overwhelmed with that 10 of staves. That's kind of going back to, that's if something unpleasant happened, like you check your mail, oh my God, they took my hair straightener that I ordered off of a website, and I know who it was, XYZ. You get into your home and you just like stew about it, and you just start to replay in your mind when you left, what they do, what their schedule is. You go back in your mind of all the other things they took. You go back in your mind when you talk to XYZ person and this person, and you just replay all of the scenarios. You replay all of it. That's what's taking its toll on you. That's something that could trip you up, but I see with this Four of Swords, you're actually giving it a break and you're finding some healing. It's like you kind of just, I don't want to say blow it off, but you kind of blow it off and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go drink with my friends. I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to go vacation. I'm going to just live life. I'm going to enjoy myself. So I like that. That's you just, you catch yourself at a good moment. You catch yourself before, like I said, with that analogy with the BMX, right? It's like you're catching it before it turns into a big manifestation, before it turns into a world perspective where you now look at everyone like that and you look at everyone that way, and no one's going to be happy for you and everyone's going to want to take all your packages, and that's just how everyone is. And see how it can warp into just a narrow way of viewing the world and viewing your own life. Okay, so I love this energy. I love to see you going through this. If you're not in this energy yet, you're going to be taking on a couple of more staves. And that's just how it is. If you're not in this energy yet where you are like letting it all go and just kind of releasing that problem, you're going to be taking on some staves. And it's what I mean by that is that you are going to still sort of obsessively think about this person or the situation or this trespass against you, and you need to obsess about it until you reach that point where you're like, click. Let's go have fun. Lots of fun. It's like you've just, and it's peaceful. It's not vindictive or vengeful. It's not, well, I can just buy another hair straightener. It's how shameful of this person that they're reducing themselves to such petty moves that way, that they must need that hair straightener way more than I do. It must mean so much more to them to have my whatever else you order online that they are stealing from you in the building. It must be more important to them for them to disrespect themselves and me and the building and everything to do something like that. And then you kind of, that's sort of what this Four of Swords is with this peace. You come to a peace about it. So it's not like you're just, if it just came out like this and it's like, yeah, you're just going to say F it and you're going to go party and not really think about it, or just kind of, then you really do blow it off with this energy. But it's coming out with the Four of Swords. So this is telling us that you do come into a peace about this. You do come into like this Zen sort of. So I feel like that actually does wrap it up for that energy, for the energy of that, the petty little, okay, so let's see what else is going to come out for that nefarious energy. The one who is really, Ten of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. I knew it was, right when I saw the Ten of Pentacles, I knew it was family. It's like, oh my God, it's family. And listen, this person, they could even just feel like family. Like even if it's not like technically family, this person could be someone who you treated like family or who treated you like family. And with the Eight of Swords, it's narrow. They're just seeing narrowly. They don't see you for who you really are. They just see their own point of view and they're not really able to see anything else. Okay, she can go up to the castle and chill in the castle. But she's out in the marshes, surrounded by swords stuck in the ground, tied up and bound, and she's hoodwinked. Her eyeballs are literally covered. Her eyelids cannot open. And the worst part is that it's her choice. So this person definitely is in a victim mentality where they're saying, I don't have a choice. I can't be a BMX biker. I don't know how to ride a bike. Oh, my parents were so terrible and so horrible. And, I could never do something like that. So I'm going to be angry and upset that you're getting, what it really is that you're getting over all of the issues that were or can hold you back. You're doing the hard work. That's the hardest work, that hermit work, coming up against yourself. They can't do that work right now. I'm trying to be a little hopeful, but they are person, I wouldn't talk to this person. If you know who this person is, I would not talk to them at all during the rest of this Mercury retrograde. I am going to be putting up a Mercury retrograde video, so stay tuned, keep a lookout, watch the channel for that, because I am going to come out with a Mercury retrograde video to go through my personal Mercury retrograde routines and rituals and vices and whatnot. So for this Mercury retrograde, I would not talk to this person at all, because they literally don't see the hard work that you have done, really. And even if they kind of get close to it, they just kind of skim the bottom of that understanding of what you've went through and what you're going through currently and everything that it takes to be you, to be a happy you. They hate you even more. They hate you even more because it's so hard, because it's so difficult, because nobody really does that. Okay, let's just do, we'll do men and women. We'll do women first. Do women just, automatically go to a thought of, I need to examine my own feelings of jealousy and not take it out on this person and not take it out on my partner, and to not, and really work through this and be honest in the moment? Does someone go through all of that in a bar, in a club, at dinner, at the parents' house, on vacation? Does that happen? No, it happens like in therapy, or it happens after the fight. It happens after things blow up. It happens after everyone's cooled down, and it comes out as more of an explanation on someone's part, or someone trying to put that up to this person, or someone avoiding it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, that this is very rare. And for men, do men ever stand up and, acknowledge a deep insecurity issue in the moment when everything's happening? It's something like, it's like that, where this person does not feel like it's not, they're correcting me. It's not feeling, it's thinking. It's like a mental block, a mental prison that they're in, that they put themselves in. So how they see the world, women would never do that. Women would never, talk about their own feelings of jealousy. They would never admit to feeling jealous. They would only ever move forward as like a bad bitch. They would only ever front, and they would only it's so twisted. I know. But this is a narrow mindset of a narrow-minded person right now. And like I'm telling you, this is a manifestation that is bigger than you, and it's bigger than this person. I'm going back to the riding bike thing. Oh, I remembered. Hold on. I have to stay focused. Okay. So with the bike riding, that's where it started. And remember, I said it grew into a big manifestation. That's what it looks like. That's what this manifestation looks like. It's like when they were a kid, maybe you were neighborhood friends and they saw you riding around the neighborhood on your bike, whatever. Even as a kid, they looked at you and went, riding bikes is stupid. I hate riding bikes. Bikes are stupid. It's stupid to ride a bike. It's like they automatically rejected things around, like all these 8 swords. It's like I can see, it's this weird 3D thing where it's like every sword, it's like they put the thumbs down because they were too scared to try, because they were telling themselves, I can't, I won't, I shouldn't, I wouldn't. And, shame, guilt, fear, negativity, all of that is like their prison. It's a mental prison. This person has every resource available to them. They actually are showing up with a very, how do I put this? If they went to their family, if they went to their people, they would have everything they need to do stuff, to do anything. I mean, it looks like they have a family, or they have support. They absolutely have support. That could even be you. Okay? But there's everything around them. But they don't see it. They don't even see that 10 of Pentacles right next to them. So, yeah, I just wouldn't talk to this person. I would not talk to this person. Let's clarify. Let's just clarify and see if there's anything else. This situation, interesting, thank you. They're bringing me back to that third one. Okay, so the third energy, before I clarify that third scenario energy, and I'm going to pull a card for this too. I'm going to pull a card for this. They gave me shoulder pain in the right shoulder, kind of like in the back, in the middle of that little shoulder blade, kind of like if it were like maybe like right here on the other side. And they're telling me that for some of you, it's a physical shoulder pain. And I even remember that I had channeled that shoulder pain before, and it did resonate with some people out there. So it's like there's actual shoulder pain, and then they showed me a few spots over the body that kind of lit up in a quick little. So what they're saying is that it's a pain, it's a wound, and it's a past life wound. That some of you will have a physical pain that will resonate because of a physical thing that happened in this lifetime, and to go back to that and see if there's any additional purging that needs to be done surrounding that incident. For others of you, it's a past life pain, either in the shoulder, or if you have any inexplicable pain anywhere else in the body that you went to a doctor and they told you you're fine. It's an inexplicable pain. Nothing shows up. It's a past life memory. It's a past life pain kind of coming through in that area of the body, and it signifies, it's sort of like something you need to reevaluate, go back to, and release. Maybe purge it out, or actually deal with something. If you are dealing with a person and a weird pain flares up, it could also be indicative of a past life connection with this person that they're irritated. It's like they're irritating that wound, they're irritating that pain, and it's coming up for you both to actually kind of deal with and work through. So let's get another energy before we clarify about this past life pain. But I also remembered, before I forget, we are doing new moon and full moon lives, but I have not yet put them on the YouTube, but I will. Okay, so we have two cards coming out, and what's really interesting is that we have the Six of Pentacles coming out on its own, and then we have Two of Swords. It landed right on top of this energy over here. Okay, just pointing that out. Two of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. So for those of you where this resonates, that shoulder pain resonates in the physical, and there's an incident to go back to, it has to do with deciding for yourself whether or not to be generous, or how generous to be, how open you're going to be, how giving or vulnerable you're going to be, how you're going to let someone in, and not being able to reach a decision. And so the moment, the whole scene just sort of passes you by. Okay? For others of you where this is a past life connection, past life relationship, there's a major blockage concerning giving, receiving, one or probably both. Let's just say both. Yeah, both, with giving and receiving. A major blockage in terms of you having some sort of block where you are not able to give, that you have, and I'm not even saying it's like a selfishness thing. It's how do I put this? It's like you really can't see it. You really can't see that giving is a great idea. I'm getting it from your perspective. On the outside, you look greedy and miserly, like Scrooge. But on the inside, you just really don't know if it's a good idea, and you don't know if you should. You don't know if you can trust this person. You're very locked up mentally. But on the outside, it's like a no-brainer. Like, yeah, reciprocity, give and take. But for you, it's like you're counting every single little, and the fact that it landed over here, it could be a family issue. It could be family karma for some of you. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify. Let's start in the beginning, and then we'll go all the way through. Let's do the Justice in reverse. That is what this is all about. Any more information that we need to know about Justice in reverse for my people who watch Natalie? Oh, here we go. Knight of Staves. So yeah, this person is actively trying to hurt you. This person is very enthusiastic, this clique, this group. Now listen, okay, not this one. This pettiness about, you know, stealing your mail, petty little stuff, you're going to get through that. For that scenario, for that group of you, that's going to be fine, okay? This is applicable to that. So let's just acknowledge it. The person stealing your packages, the person stealing your parking spot, why am I falling apart all of a sudden? The person stealing your, parking spot, chocolates in the fridge, you know, whatever it is. Sorry, this dress is like, it doesn't have like a waist. It kind of just goes out. So it's really like, anyway. So that person, you can expect them to keep doing it with the Knight of Staves. You know, they're very enthusiastic. They have a lot of energy to do this. Here's that sad part, is that while you let it go and you're like, wow, that person's super sad, I'm going to go have fun, enjoy my life. That other person is like sitting in their apartment, just like straightening their hair with your hair straightener, like, ooh, yeah, yeah, this feels so good. Oh, yeah, burn. Yeah, it's their straightener. Oh, yeah. And they're getting off on it. But listen, all the knights are insecure, especially this one, the Casanova one. So it doesn't feed them. It doesn't give them any lasting security. And they know it. They know that it's a shitty thing. So that's for that. For this over here, for those of you with this real, I'm getting real antagonism where they could be, how would I put this? This is someone who could even be trying to get you fired, trying to lure you into a trap, trying to, I'm sorry, what they just showed me is so funny. They just showed me some sort of backstage area, which isn't pretty, not that pretty. It's like a backstage area, and there's shit everywhere. There's like clothes and mirrors and lights and makeup, tons of makeup, you know, like a backstage. It's like there's a lot of stuff everywhere. And there's a girl on the ground with like a big open duffel bag, and then there's a lot of people everywhere, and she kind of gets up and walks away, and then someone else comes up just passing. It's like they pick up like a pop on a table, and then they just go and they swipe a heel from the girl's duffel bag. They swipe a heel, and it's like hilarious because it's like pageanty. Thank you. It's like a pageanty thing where she's like about to win whatever, and then someone just takes like a shoe, like the one shoe for her one outfit. So yeah, it's not funny. It's your life, I get it. Okay, so this person's like that though. They're the person that's gonna go take your shoe. Let's go ahead. Let's see what this is all about. But they could be, they could. But here's the thing. Here's the thing why they won't succeed. They won't succeed because they don't know how you're winning. They could try to take your shoe. They could try to take your hair straightener. They could try to take your parking spot. But those aren't the things that create your success. Those are not the things that define who you are. Those are not the things that got you to be the BMX Instagram person. So, and even that analogy, even that example with the Instagram BMX biker person, they don't know how you like all of a sudden got like a bajillion followers on Instagram. They don't know how you got endorsements. They don't know how all of that happened. And that's why they also sort of hate you, because they see you as like someone just waved a magic wand, ding, okay? And it's like, I just can't get over this. It's not justice. Enthusiastic for injustice. It's pretty messed up, but let's take a look, because we like to be nosy here. I'm just kidding. Okay. 8 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. That did want to come. Oh, this one too. It just kind of went like that. Okay. Just showing you. Interesting. We have 3 of Staves in reverse. What's this? Oh, shit. It's the Empress. Honestly, guys, what do you guys think about this nail shape? Do you think I should go back to my natural shape, which is like long, kind of like more rounded corners, or do you like the little squares? I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, so with the Three of Staves in reverse with the Empress, God, I don't even want to talk about it. To be very honest, I really don't. I don't know why. I just really don't. I just really don't want to talk about it. That's weird. Hold on. God, is that sad? That's why I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Let's take a look at this visually. Now, we have here, on this side, we have the Eight of Swords with the Three of Staves in reverse. We have, that's on one side. On this half, we have the good energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Empress. So just like with the first two that came out, that there's so much around this person. There's so much around them that they can't see. It's the same. It's that their ships are not coming in. Their ships are not coming in. They're so dissatisfied with their own life. And you know what? I feel like that Empress is you. You are right there. Not only just you, but it goes back to like the abundance that's around them, but they don't care to see it, and they feel like it's not good enough. It's not good enough. They could have, let me put it this way. You could be, let's say you are the Instagram famous BMX biker that has endorsements and like, I almost said record deals. That was so weird and out of place. But you could just have your stuff going on and you are just like, yeah, hanging with my friends. I have my great life. This person, maybe they work in administrative office building. Maybe they work in like a lawyer's office, a doctor's office. Maybe they work and a corporate, maybe like Target corporate or Walmart corporate or something corporate. And they make an income. It's a steady paycheck. They know they're going to get paid. They know where their money's coming from. They have a family. Maybe you guys are in the same family. They have, people around them, and maybe they drive a car. They have a vehicle. Okay, so they have a life. They have stuff. They have people. They have themselves. They have everything and more. And more. They could go out and buy a bike if they wanted to. And yet, what they really want, it's not coming in. Sorry. Why is it not coming in? It's not coming in because they're not doing any of the cosmic work. They're resisting it. They are resisting all of this opportunity around them to grow. It's like, what's the monkeys? See no evil. See no like I don't see it. I'm gonna keep and they want to stay that way. This is not someone that I'm saying, oh, they're gonna change and your guys are gonna live happily ever after. No, this is someone who does not want to change. They don't want to grow. They don't want to. This is someone that I really would actually put a boundary up with. I would put a boundary up with this person. If you have not already, there could have just been a natural boundary that occurs where you guys just like naturally sort of separate because you're not into the same things anyway, That would be like, let's say if this is like a sibling or a cousin or something and you could ride the BMX bike and they couldn't. It could have started that way, so they found something else to shine in. Maybe it was like schoolwork or getting degrees. Maybe they have a lot of degrees or something, some way to feel accomplished or to feel validated. And you just went with doing what you wanted to do. And it, like the Empress, you just attracted everything to you. Someone reached out to you saying, hey, I have this little startup brand. I think you'd be great for it. And then you and that person together on Instagram blew up the brand, blew you up, and you're the BMX and the biking, whatever. And, to them, it's like, how'd they do that? To them, they're just, they're not, in a mentally mature place to handle like your life. So it's like, I'm telling you, there's like a natural boundary. There's a natural separation like happening. If it hasn't happened yet, use this Mercury retrograde to put up a boundary, you know, to pull back, to pull your energy back, so that you just take care of yourself. That's the best thing that you can do to take care of yourself, is to pull your energy back with this person. This person, what I've explained, oh my God, we have to, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up, but what I'm gonna say, everything I've said about this person, expect that to repeat itself over and over again. It's a cyclical thing. It's a cycle. It's almost like when you go through your cycle of reward, when you're going through your cycles of Empress, Ten of Pentacles, Empress, Ten of Pentacles, Empress, Ten of Pentacles, when you're going through that, they go through, I hate them, nothing's going right for me, I'm so unhappy, I am being imprisoned with my own expectations of myself and hating myself for failing, and I hate them for succeeding, and I can't do anything. I never had what they had growing up, or whatever they're telling themselves. It's going to sound crazy to you, but to them, they're totally logical. To them, they're right. They're logical. They are, okay, so there's a very clear demarcation in thinking and in perspective. You're very far away from this person energetically. I would not even be surprised if this was someone who you have not talked to in a while. Okay, so here's the thing. This could be someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time, even years, but they're thinking about you and they are still trying to get in your energy field and ruin you. Let's take a look at this now, this third scenario. Oh, I know, I said I was going to wrap it up. We will, okay, but for those of you where this is a past life energy coming up, where you have like an inexplicable pain around your body or even in the shoulder, in the right shoulder, having to do with giving and taking. No. Interesting. It's accepting. I'm connecting with someone in this third energy, someone who's overgiving, overgiver, giving too much. And the imbalance is that you don't accept, you don't accept, it's like you have a really weird, let me put this card down. It's like you have a really weird problem with receiving generosity. And here's the thing with this, is with that Nine of Pentacles, it's because it's an ego thing, sorry. It's an ego thing, but it's an insecurity thing, because all ego things are insecurity things. It's like you want to maintain your independence and your freedom, and it's like, I don't need anyone, I don't need anything. I supply everything myself, I make my own money, I create for myself. Here's what we're getting at here. We're getting at a wound, a very deep wound, either when you were a very small child or a past life where you did need something. You needed your mother. You needed protection. You needed something that you did not get. And at that time as a child, you could not get it yourself. You couldn't possibly. So as an adult, or in this lifetime, however it's resonating for you, it's still there. That wound, that pain is still there. So if that's really resonating with you, I'm going to say, really go back and go through these energies and do more purging. When I say purge, I mean cry. I mean, think about it and let yourself feel those emotions coming up for you in a private place where you're safe and and let yourself cry it out. Let yourself purge that emotion forth, pushing it out of your eyeballs. Okay? Have things nearby. For me, it's like a pint of Haagen-Dazs strawberry. Have something nearby before you do this. Before you do the purging work, make sure that you set up your space, wherever that is for you, however that is for you. Set it up with privacy, with, protection. You're not going to be interrupted. Set it up with your favorite. For me, it's snacks, but for you, maybe it's something else. Let's just go with the pint of Haagen-Dazs. Put the pint of Haagen-Dazs in the freezer, get your favorite things. There's something soothing nearby, at least one treat, and this is what, I should put that, I'm going to put that in the Mercury retrograde video about having, because I forget to say stuff sometimes. It's about it's like setting yourself up for success, having things around you. Have one treat for yourself. Like, you're going to go purge, you're going to go cry. So set yourself up, have that pint ready. You were out doing errands during the day, not purging, not crying all over people in the grocery store, but you got your ice cream. So set yourself up that way. Do the purging work about this. Go back to that memory where you wanted your mother to protect you and she laughed at you, when you wanted your father to nurture you and he hit you. All of whatever that is for you. I'm sorry, I did see some scenes just now. And let yourself cry, let yourself purge it out. That's how you transform, aka alchemize, because I'm so tired of that word transform. Alchemizing that pain into providence. Okay? Yes, you are an independent, strong adult who can take care of themselves now. This is coming up. This pain in your body is inexplicable, right? It's coming up for you to finish that purging out, okay? Now we're ready for Oracle. Okay, over here. It's over here. Now we are ready for the Oracle. Okay. What advice do we have? Any Oracle cards that want to come through, please? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo energy. Full moon, and then we have two other cards. We have expect powerful change, new moon, eclipse energy. Some of this stuff could be coming up, from the eclipses, January 10th, January 10th, 2020, December 25th, 2019. If you're watching this in real time, and emotions are running high, bring love into the situation at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. I'm going to actually pull some cards on expect powerful change because I'm not getting powerful change here, except with what we just talked about in the third scenario. This is where I'm getting the powerful change. You know what? That's what it is. We're all laughing together. My guides are laughing with me. You're laughing with me. Okay. Thank you. Emotions are running high. That is Hold on. Emotions are running high about injustice in your life in general. Okay. So you yourself could even be thinking about the petty person and or this person and or that unresolved pain, depending on how much of this is resonating with you. If I get 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3. I'm just kidding. Okay. But emotions are running high all over the board here. You are good enough. This is all of it too. This is like an overall, you are good enough. In all these situations, I feel that. I feel you are good enough to create justice for yourself. You're good enough to let go of other people's petty problems that are not your own. You are good enough to wish the best for that really hurt person who's really out to get you. You are good enough when you go through that purging that you have to go through to say that even though you didn't get what you needed when you were a child, that you were good enough and that you deserved it. and that it's not your failing that you didn't get it. It's nothing that you did. It's nothing that you didn't do. It's nothing that you said or didn't say. It was the adults around you that own that failing. You are good enough. You were good enough as a child, okay? And then bring love into the situation, I feel, is really strongly about this. This is why I didn't want to talk about it, because it's sad. It's just like, bring love into the situation. You don't hate this person, even though maybe they're trying to get you fired, and whatever it is, or if this is family and they're trying to, ruin you, or just being really jealous, going through their own stuff. Bringing love into the situation means not reciprocating that negative feeling, that negative energy back to them. And sort of, I don't want to say take pity on this person, but just understand that this is an unaligned person. When you are out of alignment, yeah, your ships are not going to come in. Yeah, everything is going to blow up and not go right, and your expectations are going to just like, and when you are in alignment, you know it. You tell me, look at how great this is. You feel better. Even if the money's slow to come in, even if the love of a partner is slow to come in, even if, getting out of a bad situation is slow getting out, you are aligned. So it's only a matter of time before everything else aligns with you, with your energy. So that's where I get this bring love into the situation. Okay, my dears. So, this was an interesting read. Thank you for taking me on this journey. This was fascinating for me as a reader. Keep an eye out. I will be putting up a Mercury retrograde video, so it'll just be on YouTube. It'll be a free YouTube video. So there's that, and let's see. I think that's about it. So take care, guys. I love you, and we will talk soon. Bye. The energy layer underneath that, what's activating what's happening with you, Pisces, is that you don't have to do it alone anymore. I'm getting alienation. I'm getting that you feel alienated, that you feel like you're not really part of the group around you or the town around you. In your overall energy for the second week, that's where things really change. Breath of fresh air. You feel like the energies around you are finally shifting and changing and just different. Because that's an important adjustment in your own energy, to release that, to let it go. Okay? They're moving away from disappointment and heartbreak. You're moving away from having to do everything alone. Someone's just not into it anymore. A connection. They're reaching out with a connection to connect with them. Something that didn't happen. This is very out of your control here. Opportunity is to break the chains and release the ego that has you. If you feel victimized, if you feel like you're being picked on, if you feel like you are being attacked, those are all triggers for this ego issue that you're going through in this situation. Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords, Six of Staves. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that takes us back to week 1, where, Leo, you were kind of flourishing together, or it is the love between you two. It proves to be the game changer for both of you. Another Leo card. Lion, the strength, as early as, week 3. And with the Justice here, there's so much equality, equanimity is when I see money coming in for you. Let me just put it that way. They're giving me spiritual breakthrough. They're giving me like a huge breakthrough here. Like an implosion, like overcoming your own internal battles. And you did that in week 3. It's like incredible. These are new friends that you're making. So there's something there with you that you're shining so bright. You're such a bright little star.